Hello everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing 5 fragrances from the same box as the last few videos, just until we get through all of these samples. As you can see, this is from ozfragrance.com, a really good website in Australia that I get my samples from. However, there is some in the box like this, which is from a Facebook fragrance group here in Australia, so I'd recommend checking out that group too. So I'll start off with a pretty new release. It's got some hype around it, and it is pretty new. It's by Tom Ford. This one's called Vanilla Sex, and this particular fragrance was from a Facebook group, Buy, Swap and Sell. So this is not from Oz Fragrance, this one, but I think they do have that on their website since I bought this. So I think if you do want this one, you can get it still on Oz Fragrance now. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I did see it. It was like they just recently got it in. So haven't tried this one. Some of the others in the box I have tried, not this one yet. I want to obviously give my first impressions for this fragrance because it seems like something I would like, you know. The thing is, with Tom Ford, I don't really like their vanillas most of the time. I don't like Tom Ford fragrances in general. This, I'm hoping, is a really nice vanilla. So let's see. Yeah, it's just pretty good vanilla. So, yeah, Tom Ford done a really good job with this fragrance. I don't know if they've ever watched my videos, because in the past I've said their vanilla can be a little bit stale or just low quality. This smells a little bit higher quality. Vanilla is creamier. This is like a creamy white vanilla, white creamy. Very musky, a little bit powdery. And this has like that, it's like a bubblegum type of vanilla as well. So there are some types of vanilla that remind me of bubblegum a little bit. An example is Ultra Male by Jean Paul Gaultier. This has got a little bit of that like bubblegum type of smell that I get with like that Ultra Male. I wouldn't say it smells like Ultra Male. It is still quite different, but it's not original. Like, I mean, it's not unique or anything, but it is a really nice vanilla. This is a vanilla that I would typically go for. So I'm glad they have like a really nice unisex fragrance that appeals to younger people. It doesn't smell old or mature. This one is like a really nice, more youthful fragrance, which Tom Ford really needed a really youthful fragrance like this, because a lot of their scents were more challenging, a lot harder for people to get into. It's not woody either, so typically vanillas can be dark and woody. They can be a little bit smoky. I don't often see a really nice white creamy vanilla. It's usually more of a dark, smoky, woody vanilla that I see. And I usually look for more white creamy vanillas, because that's more of my style. I like a nice white creamy vanilla. I just think they're a little bit more wearable, and more unisex as well. Yeah, because sometimes the darker vanillas are a little bit, woody, smoky, which is typically more masculine. They can be more resinous too. The resins, I do like a nice resinous vanilla at the same time. No, like a nice ambery vanilla is still good. Like, I love Mercedes Club Black. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, this was interesting because it almost has like this cherry smell, like that Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Like in the very opening, I got like this bubblegum cherry type of smell to it. But I think there's probably no cherry in it. Like, I would say cherry and vanilla would be an interesting combination. It would probably work. So that's an idea. If there is any cherry vanilla fragrances out there, feel free to to let me know in the comments below, because that would be interesting to try. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say it's pretty musky, powdery, straight up vanilla. So I think there's probably some lactonic elements in there, like milk or cream, like a nice white vanilla musk. I don't smell any citrus, but I'm wondering where that bubblegum smell comes from. If it's just the vanilla, or if there is like another supporting element in this fragrance that's giving it that smell. So I want to say there's a floral in there, but it doesn't smell like floral. I'm just wondering that that smell has to come from like something else. So like a heliotrope, like a nice bubblegum heliotrope or something like that. It doesn't really smell floral though. Yeah. I don't know. To me, it just smells like pretty much like a pure vanilla, which is pretty hard to guess the notes for something like this. So I'm going to look on Fragrantica. I wish I had more to go off. All I can say is just musky, vanilla, creamy. So I think it's like a lactonic vanilla. Unless there is like that bubblegum smell coming from like a floral or something else as well. Yeah, I guess a nut. It says on Fragrantica it's nutty. I can totally see that. But yeah, it's pretty much just vanilla, tonka, almond, sandalwood, and it says floral notes. It says floral notes on Fragrantica, but it's pretty much a musky, lactonic, creamy white vanilla. And the nutty smell, I can smell the nuts in it now that I can, I know what I'm looking for. But this is really well done. So this doesn't have that plastic or Play-Doh-y nutty smell. So that's really good. So this may be one of the better nutty fragrances I've tried. Yeah. High quality. This is very high quality. Very nice. So this is going to be something I recommend to everyone to try, you know. If you're looking for a good vanilla, you got to try this one for sure. And I am pretty fussy with my vanillas, so you know it's good if I like it, right? Okay. So there is another fragrance in here that I haven't tried somewhere. If I can find the bloody thing. Guerlain. It's called Tonka Imperial. I think this is another vanilla style fragrance. Tonka Imperial by Guerlain. Come on, focus. Tonka Imperial. Okay. So what is Tonka? Tonka is, it's like a bean. Like a bean from the legume family, like a tree, like a bean. And it has like this pod on it. I think it's a fruit, something like that. And it smells like vanilla. Apparently it tastes like vanilla. But it's pretty expensive as well, I think. I think it's expensive, or it's a little bit harder to find than vanilla. One of those. But they use it a lot in fragrances because of the vanilla smell. Tonka is a little weird for me. Sometimes it smells like a cheap vanilla. So sometimes if I say, oh, it's a pretty low quality vanilla, sometimes it's just Tonka because it's like a vanilla off of Wish, you know, like wish.com, or like a budget vanilla or something like that, you know. So Tonka, this I'm expecting to be a vanilla style fragrance, so I don't really know how it's going to turn out, but I like Tonka. With that said, I do like Tonka fragrances. If it's done well, then Tonka can be good. But it's got to be mixed with vanilla because I like it the most when it's mixed with vanilla. Sometimes mixed with resins. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's very medicinal in the opening. That smells like cough syrup in the opening. I think I'm gonna put another spray on there. Even though I got a large amount, it doesn't seem to be very strong either. So, that's a thing with Guerlain as well. Their fragrances have to macerate in the bottle. Oops, sorry. They got to macerate in their bottle for a long time just to get any decent performance or any smell out of them. I don't know why, but Guerlain have some pretty weak fragrances. This smells very medicinal, so like a medicinal oud, sandalwood, vanilla, tonka vanilla, medicinal oud, sandalwood. Ooh, I don't know why that oud smell is pretty strong. It's not like a funky oud. It's a very medicinal, like Band-Aid smell. It's really got that Band-Aid disinfectant type of smell to it. Like so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that's a resin. It smells quite resinous as well. Like it's a very ambery fragrance. So I'm gonna say Alimi resin. Alimi, I think, may have some of that in there. Maybe osmanthus. There's a weird kind of osmanthus smell in there. Resinous, vanilla, tonka, medicinal oud, or osmanthus. What else? The medicinal smell could also be oak moss. It could be like a really weird iris. But to me, it smells more like on that medicinal oud side. Like the weird oud you get, like in Mansera, they have that weird oud, they call it. It can be a little bit weird like that. Sandalwood, it's not that creamy vanilla smell I was hoping for, but it is an ambery, resinous, quite medicinal smell as well. So I think osmanthus, Alimi resin, sandalwood, or oud, Tonka vanilla. Maybe cardamom. Maybe it's cardamom. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Fragrantica. That's my guess anyway. I have no idea what's in it. I could be completely wrong here. And I'm gonna just assume with this, I am probably wrong because I'm not very confident about the notes in here that I'm smelling. Yeah. So what do we got in Fragrantica? Yeah, I was pretty wrong. It's bitter almond, rosemary, tobacco, jasmine, incense, pine. So incense, frankincense, obviously. That's probably the resinous smell. Tobacco, I don't know if I can smell it, but that's probably the woody smell I was getting. It probably smells a little bit dry and woody in this. Maybe that's the sandalwood smell, I don't know. But yeah, the notes did throw me off a little bit. But then again, I wasn't really confident with my guess anyway, so makes sense. I think that almond smell in here, the almond smell could be something weird. Could be the medicinal element in this is almond. No idea. And if it is, it doesn't really smell like the almond that I'm used to. But the dry down is getting a lot better, so that's a good thing. The medicinal smell goes away and the dry down a lot. Yeah, because in the cap, I can still smell that medicinal smell in the cap. But on skin, it's almost a skin scent already, so it's already softened quite a lot here. I wish I could give the dry down in some of these videos. God, I really need to start keeping a cup of water or something here with me so I can have a drink. I got the driest mouth, and anyway, yeah, this is weird. It's just a little bit too weird for me. Probably not my style of fragrance. I don't know why, but it reminds me a little bit of Parfums de Mali Herud or something like that. It doesn't, even though it doesn't smell the same, it's just a little bit like Herud. I don't know why. I think that medicinal smell. Yeah. Who cares? Let's review some other fragrances. So now I can finally start reviewing a lot of these loose fragrances in the box, which there's quite a few of in here. Well, there is actually a lot in here. Okay, well. So, I don't know how many this is. Probably like a good 10 or something there. Maybe more than 10. Yeah, I'm going to say there's probably like 12 there. Maybe more, maybe less. Next is by Bvlgari, Tygar. So, let's see if we can find it. I got Bvlgari Tygar in here somewhere. I'm just looking for it. Perfect. Here we are. Bvlgari Tygar. This is quite an old fragrance, so it's probably a surprise to some people that I haven't tried this one yet. But the reason I wanted to try it, because I always see this on Fragrantica all the time. It always pops up as a certain fragrance smells like this. People think everything smells like Bvlgari Tygar. I don't know why, but it really got me interested. Like, does everything actually smell like Bvlgari Tygar, or are people just nose blind? So let's find out. Let's spray this on the wrist here. So what I'm expecting with this is probably like a really weird synthetic citrus with a sherbety smell, maybe a little bit fizzy, maybe some ginger in there, maybe musky, something that people think smells like Vibrato by Sospiro or something like that. That's what I'm expecting anyway. So let's give this a try. Okay. Nah, they're right. They're definitely right. So I guess a lot of fragrances do smell like Bvlgari Tygar because this DNA is very recognizable. I can smell that DNA. I see where everything's tried to copy this. Yeah, absolutely. So Spiro Vibrato has tried to copy this. Goldfield and Banks Ingenious Ginger. Navitus the Key. Definitely, this is the original DNA, at least that I know of right now. So, yeah, Bvlgari is probably the original DNA. It smells the same. It smells like that fizzy, synthetic candy, musky lemon. It's got like that same type of ginger they would put in like a Ingenious Ginger or Vibrato. It's very musky. The musky smell almost smells like sherbet. So it's got that sherbety smell to it. It's a very playful scent. So this is like that, like a more youthful, fun style fragrance. Like, it's a very weird smell, honestly. It smells very weird. If I didn't know this was the original DNA to all these other fragrances, I probably would just pass this off as another clone that smells just like all of the others. But because I know this is the original DNA, yeah. So I'm gonna give it a little pass here because I know it's the original, but I would have said it's not very, well, compared to all the others, it's not very unique anymore because there's so many fragrances like this that came out. It's lost that uniqueness. But I guess for the time it came out, it was pretty unique. It's a very interesting scent, DNA. Citrus, musky, ginger, almost powdery, fizzy. It's weird. So I'm gonna say there's probably a wood in there as well, just because I think this is a woody citrus fragrance. At least that's what it's supposed to be, but it's not very woody, at least in my opinion. So Fragrantica, let's take a look. Bvlgari Tygar. Yeah, woody, musky, citrus, and ginger. That's pretty much what I was getting. Ginger, grapefruit, musk, and okay, there's also ambrette in here. So a little thing about ambrette is it's also called muskmellow, and muskmellow, aka ambrette, is supposed to be a little musky. So that adds to the musky element in here. Musk and ambrette. So that's interesting. It is a unisex fragrance, but I don't particularly like this style of fragrance. It's just not my thing. It doesn't smell high quality. It doesn't really smell like a fragrance I would wear. It's just too weird. It's a fun fragrance. It's good for an air freshener. I would like to smell as an air freshener. I wouldn't want to wear it. So yeah, it's just a little weird for me. I also think Joyboy Remember Me has a little bit of that DNA in there too. But in Remember Me, they use cardamom, I think. So cardamom can also give that weird smell that you also get in this as well. It's a little soapy. I think it's a little bit more soapy in Remember Me by Joyboy. Okay. So there's not much else to really talk about with Bvlgari Tygar, honestly. So we can move on to another fragrance that I haven't tried yet. So I'll just pull up my list quickly. I haven't reviewed Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela, so let's do that one. And then we'll finish the video with Turathi Blue. So perfect. See, this has got the tape on it. You can tell I haven't opened this one. So let's do the honors of opening this up. Whispers in the Library by Margiela, Maison Margiela. Apparently this is discontinued now. So that, if I like this one, it's gonna be pretty hard to find, I'm assuming, if it's discontinued. This has a very medicinal smell to it as well. Yeah, it's like the other fragrance. Which one was it? Tonka Imperial. It's got that resinous medicinal smell. Ooh, actually, the dry down of Tonka Imperial is really good. Wow, that actually surprised me a lot. Wow. Okay, so I take that back. Tonka Imperial is actually a lot nicer than my first impression. So I do actually quite like the Tonka Imperial now. It smells pretty good. So yeah, we're talking about Whispers in the Library. This is quite floral. This is quite a floral vanilla. It's resinous, but this is a lot more feminine than all the other vanillas I've tried. This is quite floral, quite resinous. So I can tell there's frankincense in here already. It's got that resinous frankincense smell. Vanilla is very ambery. ambery, resinous, dark, like a darker vanilla. But there's a contrast here. There's a contrasting element of something floral that makes this somewhat like fresher and feminine. So I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought this was gonna be a woody, like library smell for some reason, like paper, woody. I thought maybe a little bit powdery, dusty, musty. I didn't expect this to be more feminine floral. But you know what? It's quite nice. I do quite like this on a woman. I think I would really like this one on a woman. Maybe not so much on myself, but on a woman, yeah, for sure. It's really classy. This is like a very classy vanilla, so yeah. I mean, it's very interesting. I like a vanilla that's done differently than everything else. This is quite different, while still being pretty good quality, pretty not unisex. I was gonna say quality, classy. That's the word. Classy. So what is that floral smell? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take a guess and say, in this fragrance, vanilla, obviously, the library smell. I don't know, but it's got to be something that's supposed to be library-ish. So frankincense, maybe a wood, sandalwood, frankincense, vanilla. Was there any other resin in there? Maybe benzoin. Benzoin could be in there. And that floral smell is like a. Is it a jasmine? Is it an osmanthus or a jasmine? I don't know. It's quite a nice floral, actually. Whatever floral that is, it's quite nice. I'm going to look at a Fragrantica because I'm not entirely sure. I think today my nose is just not that great. I don't know if it's because I really need a drink and I'm focusing on that a lot right now, just like how dry my mouth is. It's pretty hard to think, honestly. I gotta admit that. So, yeah, this is. It says on Fragrantica, this is woody, vanilla, and peppery. So pepper, wood, cedar, vanilla. They haven't told me what floral it is, which is that's not very helpful then. So luckily for me, I do have a little list of things that I keep on my computer, and one of those things is a bunch of notes, like, well, not notes, ingredients I should say, and this will help me figure out what's in it. So I've got a list of like florals that I write down here. We could say, is it iris? No, it doesn't smell like iris. Is it lavender? I think it could possibly be lavender. Jasmine. Could be jasmine. It doesn't smell like rose, peony, gardenia, magnolia, none of those. It's not a neroli or an orange blossom, not sagitis. Could be saffron. There's got that little bit of that saffron sweetness to it. Tuberose. I don't know about tuberose. I don't know about ylang ylang. Freesia, geranium, maybe geranium. So, you know, I'm going to guess and say jasmine, lavender, geranium, saffron, something like that. It could be honeysuckle. Yeah, I don't know. Like the floral, it's not a very strong fragrance, so that makes it a lot harder for me to guess as well. My nose not the best today. It's not that strong unless I'm already going nose blind from all the other fragrances. That can happen to me sometimes. It's good. It's good, guys. So I'll stop talking about it now. Just if you want to know if I like it, I do like it. More for women though. So could pick one more fragrance. I think it's the Turathi Blue. This is by Afnan. Let's see if we can get this focusing. Turathi Blue. This is by Afnan, I think. I can't remember what brand makes it, but yeah, I'm gonna say it is Afnan. So I'm just gonna roll my sleeve up quickly so I can spray this on my arm. Okay. And I don't remember what fragrance this is supposed to be a clone of, but the name says blue, so I am just gonna go on a limb here and say it's probably a blue fragrance of some type. The first thing that comes to mind is Bleu de Chanel, just because the name blue, but I have no idea. Bleu de Chanel is quite copied by a lot of those clone brands, like Armaf. What the? This smells like Bvlgari Tygar. Why? Oh man, it smells like Bvlgari Tygar. And I just reviewed Bvlgari Tygar. Oh no. That was not intentional, guys. It smells just like Bvlgari Tygar, so I don't know if there's going to be much to talk about with this one. Yeah, you take that Bvlgari Tygar DNA, grapefruit, musk, ginger, and then you add some like floral in there. It smells a little bit more floral, a little bit more fresh, less musky, maybe a little less sweet than those Ingenious Ginger is like more on a sweet side. This is more on the fresher side. Yeah, so I already know the ingredients of Bvlgari Tygar. Grapefruit, musk, wood, like a woody cedar or something like that. And then it's got like that ginger, possibly cardamom. Some of those style fragrances do have cardamom in there. I think there is a floral aspect to this, like a orange blossom or a jasmine, neroli, something a little bit more bright and fresh. With that said, I think I like this more than Tygar because it's fresher. It's more fresh, and I prefer that. But then again, I think I sprayed the Bvlgari Tygar somewhere around here, and then I've sprayed the Turathi Blue around here. I don't know if the smells are like crossing with each other. I really hope not. But I think that was just an accident. I just accidentally sprayed two fragrances that smell very close right next to each other. That was the pretty dumb thing to do, but let's have a look on Fragrantica so I actually know what this is a clone of, and then I'll say the ingredients in it. Turathi Blue, and yes, it is by Afnan. Okay, so this is citrus, wood, and musk. It doesn't say what spices or what woods are in it, but I think it is a Bvlgari Tygar fragrance. Damn it. Oh, I'm such an idiot. It is too. It's a Bvlgari Tygar clone. And Vibrato clone. Ingenious Ginger. Fuck. Sorry, guys. I gotta apologize for that because I really wanted a different style fragrance to talk about, so these videos would be a little bit more interesting. So I gotta apologize for that, guys. I am so sorry that I basically got two identical fragrances here. There's not much to really talk about, but which one's better? At least I can say now which one's better, the Bvlgari Tygar or the Turathi Blue. Turathi Blue is better because it's fresher. I get more of this like floral, neroli, orange blossom smell in there. The citrus is a little bit more bright in Turathi Blue, Bvlgari Tygar, it's the OG, it's the original, so I guess it just loses points on originality, but it is supposed to be a clone, I guess, so pretty neck and neck with each other. I mean, it's the same, you know, just a little bit of difference because it's a clone. It can't be exactly the same just because of like legal reasons and stuff. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna finish the video here, guys, so thank you for watching. Oh, hang on, there's one more thing I gotta do before I finish this video. It's rank them. Okay, so obviously, no surprise, Tom Ford Vanilla Sex is the best out of all 5. So that's number 1, Tom Ford. Me putting Tom Ford at number 1. I never thought I would ever say that, ever, because I'm typically a Tom Ford hater. So next, I'm gonna actually put I was gonna say Whispers in the Library, but I think I'll put the Turathi Blue second and Bvlgari Tygar third. And then I'll put Whispers in the Library fourth, Tonka Imperiale last. So overall, I like all of these. It was a surprise. I don't like the opening of Tonka Imperiale, but the dry down gets a lot better. Yeah, so the opening is very rough. Whispers in the Library is a nice fragrance, but it's more girly, it's more for girls. But then again, I don't know, I'll let my sister try it and she can tell me if it smells feminine or masculine. So, yeah, maybe if you're a woman, maybe don't blind buy that one. Try that one first. And these are pretty much the same. So I could just even put them tied with each other, you know, like, but then I don't want to do that. I gotta say which one's better, and I do think Turathi Blue is a little more fresh. So it's only that reason that I'm putting Turathi Blue above Tygar. And probably it's got to be cheaper, right? So Turathi Blue, the price has to be cheaper. I'm gonna assume the performance is longer. I'm gonna also assume that Bvlgari Tygar is discontinued now as well, even though that doesn't really matter when you're judging them on what's better. Yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day, peace out, and like and subscribe below if you want to see more videos. I will try to make the next video a little bit more interesting for you. So yeah, peace out.